John is with us in Texas. Hi, John. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Chris. Thank you for taking my call.
I'm having trouble hearing you, John.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. That's a little better.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for taking my call.
Sure. How can we help?
So I am new to your show, and a little bit about me. I'm 28 years old. My wife is 2. We have a 9-month-old. I am a student working on my doctorate degree, and I have a 9-month-old daughter. So I have about $300,000 in student loans, $40,000 in personal loans, $26,000 in credit card debt.
You're working on what kind of a degree?
A doctorate degree.
In what?
Organizational leadership with a focus in healthcare administration.
With a plan to do what?
Within 5 to 10 years, hopefully be in an executive leadership position, vice president, COO, or CEO.
Why do you need a PhD to do that?
It's a little bit more leaning into the healthcare administration side, so I can get a better aspect of that realm.
Okay.
I have about $17,000 remaining on my SUV, and my wife and I together have about $116,000 remaining on our mortgage. Right now, we bring home a total of about $57,000 together after taxes. And so last year, my parents advised me to go file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, so I went to an attorney. I've been retained with her since August of last year. However, she's requested that we kind of suspend, or we kind of push back the bankruptcy until later this year, like December or early of next year, because she wants to see how the elections turn out and see if maybe with the new party coming in, if she can bankrupt or file Chapter 7 on my student loans. I'm skeptical about that, but it's the only advice I've been given up to this point. So I guess my question to you guys are...
Okay, so what are you filing bankruptcy on? Your student loans aren't bankruptable. Your mortgage isn't bankruptable if you keep the house. Right. What are you filing bankruptcy on? A car?
The $40,000 in a personal loan and $26,000 in credit card debt.
Man.
So my question was, should I continue on this path to do this? Should I do it sooner, or should I even file Chapter 7 and follow through with a different set of resources or steps to getting?
When do you graduate?
In about 2.5 years.
And you're not working, but your wife is?
We both are working. I work full time as well as being a full-time student.
Oh, I see. Okay, but your household income is $57,000.
Yes, I bring home about 38 after taxes, and she brings home 19 after taxes.
And your undergrad is in, and your undergrad's in what?
My undergraduate is in chemistry.
Okay.
Chemistry and then respiratory care. So I'm a respiratory
How
therapist.
are you paying for this PhD for the next 2.5 years?
So unfortunately, I did take out a student loan on top of what I already owe. So at the end,
if you file bankruptcy, you're not doing that. How are you paying for How are you paying for your PhD?
I haven't filed yet.
I know, I got that.
Oh,
but if you file bankruptcy, you're not getting a student loan.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I mean, so. All right, I'm trying to figure out where to start.
Yeah, John, you right now, my friend, do you feel the weight of this right now?
I do.
Do you really? Because you said you just recently found us. And so what you're hearing is the wheels turning as we're processing, because you've been sold a fake dream if you think bankruptcy is going to fix it, okay? Because it costs money, and you've already had this attorney on retainer, and they're telling you we're going to wait for the election to find out if, listen to me, student loans are not bankruptable, okay? Those aren't going anywhere.
Yes, sir.
And so I want you to start to look at this and feel it, and not look for the quick fix, but look for the fix.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Here's the problem.
That's certainly why I'm trying to find other resources, because that made me so skeptical when she said that.
Yeah, I agree.
She was trying to push. Trying to push this back, and so that's why I wanted to find other resources out there, and I found you guys.
That's more of a I appreciate this. So I've got to figure out a way to get you guys to get your income moving sooner than 2.5 years from now, and that's what my holdup here is, because I'm not trying to. The thing is, the debt is always not the problem. It's always the symptom of what's going on. And including when I lost everything and went bankrupt 30 years ago. So I know how scared you guys are. And this is a huge pileup on you guys. And so you have bet the farm on this PhD turning into serious income.
I did, yes.
Yeah. I mean, with $300,000 plus continuing to pile it up. So I'm probably going to start talking to healthcare companies now about working there and letting them pay to help you finish as their continuing ed program, pay to help you finish your PhD, and you go ahead and get your career track started now instead of a $38,000 job. You've got a chemistry degree, you've got the intellect to step into this, you've got a lot of the training to step into this, and let's accelerate the PhD completion and let someone else pay for that. Get that off of you, and then get your income up to begin to address the 300. While you're doing that, you can address the other stuff. You can file 7 if you want to and clean up some of that stuff. But you've got to, in good conscience, you can't continue borrowing if you're not going to pay other people you owe from a moral standpoint. And you've got to stop and address that as well in this. So I can't recommend you that you not pay someone in bankruptcy, and that while you're on the other hand borrowing money on the other out of the other side of your mouth.
Right.
And so that's just inconsistent from an integrity standpoint for me. So I got to put a stop to the bleeding, meaning we got to have a way to complete this PhD without any more debt. And that keeps us, A, from having any more debt, and then B, it gives us the leeway to say, okay, can we fight through these other types of debt, or do they need to go into bankruptcy?
Right.
You guys are just under an amazing amount of stress.
And I tell you what, Dave, what I'd like to do, Kelly, get his information. I want him get him connected with one of our financial coaches.
Yeah, you guys are going to have somebody walk with you.
Sit down and unpack this.
And we'll pay for it.
Yeah, and the first session.
Instead of you filing bankruptcy, let's have them sit down with one of the coaches. That's a good idea.
Absolutely. Because we got to find out, Dave, with this doctorate program, this could be the kind that you got to go to school for 3 years and then spend 2 years writing your doctoral dissertation.
Well, he said he'd have it completed in 2.
Well.
But the thing is, you're so far into this, I can't pull you back. But the bet that you've made is untenable. A $300,000 bet on the PhD causing you to have a degree in executive healthcare that's an untenable bet. Is it a reasonable thing to get a PhD? Sure. You've done it in such an unreasonable way. It's put you under all this stress. I'm so sorry. I know you're scared. So what we can do is walk with you, and we'll just pay for it. Don't file bankruptcy. Let's see if we can help you get this turned. But you're gonna have to attack this from multiple fronts, not merely getting rid of the credit card debt and the personal loan. Just getting rid of that. You still got all the other mess there, and it is still getting worse if you don't make that better. And that's what's scaring me here for you, brother. You hang on. Kelly will pick up, and we'll pay for your counseling. We'll help you get some help.